What is up, what is up, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Phil Nagy on Sports, joining you here today. We have reached week 11 of our 2023 Sim season. A couple of games of the week here for you. Just wanted to try to find a couple of teams that we hadn't seen yet. I feel like we hadn't seen the Chargers at all yet. They're number one. They're 6-4, leading the AFC West. So wanted to see what they looked like here in person, as well as the Chicago Bears. They are 5-4 and tied atop the NFC North. So it's a pretty big matchup of two division leaders. And again, we had not seen, I think we saw the Bears maybe once, but had not seen the Chargers at all so far in the Sim season. So excited to bring this one to you. Look at Tremaine Edmonds, of course, T.J. Edwards, the two new linebackers. Could they be Urlacher and Lance Briggs 2.0? There, of course, is Justin Herbert. He's got weapons galore right there. Keenan Allen, of course, target number one for him. So, Matt Eberflus stalking the sideline here. It's a beautiful day in Chicago for week 11. Again, Phil Nagy on Sports joining you. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you to all of our subscribers. You guys are the best. I am actually on vacation right now in Nashville. So, again, through the power of technology, Kit is going to be able to call this one for you. But I really appreciate it, guys. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the Sim. Go Browns, as always. And take it away, Kit.
I appreciate that, Phil. And certainly excited for this one, as these two teams are certainly exciting rosters. Fun squads, to be sure. So should be a fun cross-conference matchup here. So welcome in, Jonathan. Glad to have you here for our Spotlight Game of the Week, as we were doing a couple of pre-selected by Phil while he's on vacation, a couple pre-selected Spotlight games. Both of them are cross-conference games, AFC versus NFC matchups. But the Chargers will have the ball first here, and so Herbert's going to take over, or going to start really at the 25. Three-step drop and then backing out further, going deep. He's got it complete to Keenan Allen. He's going to break a tackle. First strike of the ball game for a touchdown. Keenan Allen kind of moseying his way in. Didn't feel like he even needed to run into the end zone there. He could have walked across here after he broke a critical tackle there and just headed up the sideline alone, all by himself, and then just jogged the last 5 yards or so. What a first play strike that was! And the Chargers are off to a very hot start. One play, 75 yards, took all of 14 seconds, and the Chargers are on the board. So, a kickoff goes to the Bears this time. We'll see if Justin Fields and company can respond in kind, but my goodness, what a start that was for these Chargers. So after the very quick fireworks, there's a look at Justin Fields' numbers on the year. 21 touchdowns, 8 interceptions to his credit, and he certainly is. He has been very good for this team. That's quite a clean stat sheet for him. Touchdown interception line there is quite nice. Yeah, decent coverage, really bad tackling indeed. You got it, Jonathan. Now, Justin Fields, quick little throw to the outside, dropped. That was an ugly dropout on the outside there, as Justin Fields is going to go 0-for-1 to start. Well, handoff goes to the left side here, working for some space. That's Johnson, and he's going to pick up 3. 3rd and 7 now. Justin Fields, plenty of time, and now Pocket's going to collapse, and he's going to take a big sack. So, Khalil Mack gets in there, half a sack credit for him. And that is going to close the door on the early efforts for the Bears, as they'll go 3 and out on their first drive. Chargers go one play for 75 yards. Bears go backwards for 5. And unfortunately for the Bears, they have to punt. And they're going to give Justin Herbert and company some really nice field position here at their own 41 to start their second drive. From the 41, Herbert out to his right side, and he's got it complete. Pick up a 6. That's Keenan Allen again, the sole target so far for the Chargers. 2nd and 4. Now over the middle, there's Mike Williams for his first catch of the ball game. And that's going to be complete for a first down. Not doing it all in one play this time, but being productive nonetheless. Staying ahead of the sticks are the Chargers on this drive as they have been off to a hot start. Hey, Karen, welcome in. Go Browns, Cavs, Guardians. And welcome in George as well. Go Browns. And if you're just joining us, these Chargers started out with a first play bomb to Keenan Allen, broke a tackle, and walked down the sideline for a touchdown. One play, 75 yards, 14 seconds to start this game. As ended up breaking out to the outside, Eckler's got space, and he gets down to the 10, call it the 8. Just a wide open gap off to the right side, and Austin Eckler's not going to miss out on that opportunity. And a 1st and goal now for these Chargers, and they are firing on all cylinders. Out of the gun, another handoff. Austin Eckler met by a pair of tacklers. A 2nd and goal from the 7, just 1 yard on that carry. Now an I formation. A little heavy set, they're going to hand it off. They've got it to the up man, and it's a touchdown for Los Angeles. Excuse me, that was the running back, Spiller, this time. Isaiah Spiller gets in for 6, and back-to-back touchdown drives for these Chargers. And the Bears have done all of nothing. They have managed a 3-and-out so far, and they've got a lot of questions to answer early in this ballgame as they find themselves in a 14-zip hole with only 3 minutes and 8 seconds of time. Or actually, 4 minutes and 8 seconds of time off of the clock. Well, I formation for the Bears. They're going to take over at the 25. A little carry off to the right side will pick up 4. Herbert on the carry. So I can't answer that question, Jonathan. I don't manage anything to do with the roster side of the house. That would be on Phil, and he's in Nashville, so we'd have to ask him that question. But I don't know anything about the rosters, only for the fact that I don't have, as the Bears are going to go 3-and-out again. At least they had positive yards on that attempt, but still punting on a 4th and 2. And the Chargers defense standing tall. But no, I can't tell you anything about the rosters, only for the fact that the PlayStation and the save file is all in Ohio with the other half of Nagy on Sports. So that's where the rosters are maintained, and so Phil would be able to answer that question, but I do not know for sure what's going on there for the Bears or what it looks like. It's possible there's an injury. We do have injuries on, so we don't know. So another throw to Keenan Allen is going to pick up another first down for these Chargers, and again, still firing on all cylinders here. They are very productive on the offensive side of the ball. They've had their way so far in the early goings of this game. Now at midfield, Herbert to throw. Throwing it out to his right side, and he's got it complete there to Mike Williams. A pickup of just 3. Now a heavy set to his left side for Justin Herbert under center. Bringing one of those tight ends in motion. And a handoff right up the middle. Austin Eckler fighting for some yards, and he's going to pick up a handful, bringing up a 3rd and 2. Brisker gets in there on the tackle. Herbert to pass. Now over the middle. Got it. Complete strike again. Keenan Allen very heavily involved in this offensive attack. So far for the Chargers. And Justin Herbert now 7 of 7 on his day with a touchdown. He has been very good so far. as has this whole Chargers offense. Well blocked, good rushing, executing in the passing game to be sure. I mean, it started from the first play of the game. First snap. That one probably the first negative play for the Chargers. Austin Eckler goes backwards for 2. And Edmonds in on the tackle. I don't think I welcomed you in, but welcome applied. Exciting to hear about the Cavs there. Herbert to pass. Over Trumps to go over the middle. Ends up short of the mark. Incomplete. That his first incompletion of the ball game. 3rd and 12. Now Herbert aired it, floating into the end zone, and just out of the reach. I believe that was Austin Eckler that couldn't quite come up with it. Looked like he had a shot at it. I think it was a pretty good throw. Just unable to make that stretch was Austin Eckler. And so the Chargers will settle for the field goal, but still a 17-0 lead now as they extend it with that field goal. And they've been doing some pretty good things on offense. Meanwhile, the Bears have gone 3 and out twice. This just their 3rd drive of the ball game with only 6 snaps on their snap sheet. A bunch formation to his left. Justin Fields to pass. Pocket collapsing and a big sack. Joey Bosa gets back there. Shares the sack. I didn't catch who the other one was. But meet you at the quarterback. I think it's Khalil Mack. Meeting at the quarterback with Joey Bosa. Excuse me, that's Sebastian Joseph Day. Or no, that was Khalil Mack. It was 52. Sorry, I looked at the wrong name on the... I went to go check my my roster here, and I read off the wrong number. The one above at 51, number 51 is Sebastian Joseph Day. Khalil Mack is 52. So 3rd and 7 now for the Bears. Snap is back. Justin Fields. Oh, nearly picked, but instead he gets extra yardage because he sold out for the ball, did the defender. And Justin Fields has a big chunk play to Mooney. And man, did the Bears need that. That one looked like it should have been picked. He jumped the route nicely, but he sold out for it. You're going to see a good look at it here. As Justin Fields fires, sells out for the pick, doesn't come away with it. And instead, a big gain for these Bears who have been in desperate need of something. That was Isaiah Spiller selling out for the pick. Now downfield, he's got his man complete. And Justin Fields seeming to pick up some momentum here as he's got that one down to his tight end, Robert Tonyan. So weird to have a tight end wear number 18. It's such an odd number to me for a tight end. Some of those number changes are just weird me out. So I had to double look to see if that really was who I thought it was. 1st and 10, handoff goes up the middle. Herbert doesn't have a lot of room to work with, and he'll pick up just 3 on that one. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun. Justin Fields going to tuck it, and he's just going to take the sack. Khalil Mack gets in there again. That's his. He's now really 1.5 sacks to his day. As he kind of met him at the quarterback again. And this D-line for the Chargers has been very effective, creating pressure and havoc for Justin Fields. 3rd and 13 coming. Pocket collapsing, now throwing downfield, a flag down! And incomplete in the end zone. Let's see what the penalty is. And it's going to be a hold. We have to think they're going to decline this and force them to kick the field goal on 4th and 13 here, and they are. So the Bears, after committing the penalty, will have to settle for a field goal to put themselves back within 14 points. They have it up and good. And so, now a 17-3 ball game that has been relatively dominated by these Chargers, who have been very good on both offense and defense, but especially the offensive side of the ball. Little shifty move there on the return. That was kind of fun. That was Darius Davis on the return. A look at Keenan Allen, who's had a huge day here. He has been very, very good, and you can see he's in the zone because he has been all over the field catching balls for these Chargers. Tons of time. Herbert downfield, he's got it complete to his tight end, Gerald Everett, the big 6'3", 250 tight end out of South Alabama. And again, tight ends wearing receiver numbers, just very odd to me. You know, it's not even a recent change anymore, but still, it weirds me out. 1st and 10. Handoff right up the middle. Austin Eckler not going to have a lot of room. And he's going to pick up 2. Now, emptying out the backfield to spread them out are the Chargers. To his left and complete. Oh no, ball's out, fumble! I don't know if they're going to say he was down or not, but for now the Bears have it running down the sideline and pushed out of bounds. That was Edwards on the fumble recovery. Let's take another look at this. He's got to catch his knee. Oh my, that is close. Austin Eckler, the fumblee, or the fumbler, I guess. Let's see if they review this or not. That knee was awfully close. They are going to review it. So we'll see what happens on this one. Let's take one more look. Knee looks to be down. I think he might be down here. Ball is knee. There's knee down, ball out. Yeah, I think there wasn't a great view there from the back, but it looked to me timing-wise that it was knee down first and then ball out. So I think this one is going to be overturned. And it is. So the Chargers maintain possession as we're closing in on the last minute of the first quarter here. And Austin Eckler going to carry the ball for 3 there. Now 30 ticks left in the first quarter. Handoff again goes Austin Eckler right up the middle. Big hole, making a guy miss. And able to get another first down for these Chargers is Austin Eckler. Nice little run there. Well, ace formation from under center for Justin Herbert. And won't get the snap off before the quarter break. So there's a look. As you can see, a heavily dominated game from these Chargers, or by these Chargers, as it has been very heavily favoring them, and the momentum meter reflects that as well. Austin Eckler, a stretch play off to the left side, met by the defense quickly. 2 yards, the pickup. Back to pass. Now downfield, incomplete. Was looking for his tight end, Gerald Everett. But Everett couldn't reel it in. 3rd and 8 coming. Now trying to escape pressure and throws a dangerous pass. But it ends up incomplete at the feet of the players in the area. And so, have to imagine from here the Chargers will attempt the field goal on 4th and 8. They will. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So the Chargers going to extend their lead. And that'll make it a 20-3 ball game. Back up by 17 are the Chargers, as we've had 3 field goals. 2 for the Chargers, 1 for the Bears in the last 3 drives. After the early fireworks from the Chargers, the first play, of course, that single play 75-yard touchdown strike in 14 seconds to get into the end zone for Keenan Allen. And then a very efficient second drive to get back into the end zone. But after that, it's been just a bunch of trading field goals and punts. That run goes backwards for a yard. Herbert not doing much there. Fields out of the gun. Handoff on the inside zone goes to Herbert. He's not going to have a lot of room. Excuse me, that's Johnson on the carry. He's not got a lot of room. He does pick up that yard again, so back to 3rd and 10 on the distance. Downfield, he goes right to the wrong team. That was a terrible throw. Almost looked like he was trying to target Derwin James. But instead, Derwin James with an easy pick, just standing there right where the ball was headed the entire time. He didn't have to even move. He just really just had to track the ball and catch it. That was ugly. And so the Bears' misery deepens as the Chargers are set up now on the 18-yard line after the Derwin James pick. 1st and 10 from there. Bring in Mike Williams in motion, fakes a little pop pass to him, hands it off to Eckler. Eckler is going to get 2. Yeah, sheesh indeed, George. That was less than well executed, shall we say. Justin Fields struggling on that throw, to say the least, as a strike over the middle goes to Gerald Everett. And that'll bring up a 1st and goal from the 3. And these Chargers knocking on the door of making this a blowout. And we're not even through the first half yet. But it certainly has blowout potential so far as they're knocking on the door here. A little handoff up the middle goes to Austin Eckler. Inside zone, picks up 1 yard. Yeah, the Bears are better than this, I agree. Is that one? Oh my! Just dropped. Easy touchdown dropped by Gerald Everett. And you know that Justin Herbert's going to take him aside after this game. Then a little handoff to the up man. Fullback can't quite get in there. That's Horvath. Does pick up 2, but a 4th and goal from the 1 now. And of course, knowing the real Chargers, they would absolutely go for this. They are the most aggressive, one of the most aggressive, if not the most aggressive team. And then they go for it on plays that you probably shouldn't go for it on. And in fact, they do go for this. 4th and goal from the 1. Big play here, emptying out the backfield. Herbert's pass now to his right side, incomplete. Couldn't quite sneak it past the defense to get it to Keenan Allen. And so the Chargers going to turn it over on downs, and the Bears dodging a huge bullet there. And the ugly pick from Justin Fields going to Derwin James that looked like it was intended for Derwin James. That is going to be nullified here, assuming that the Bears can manage to get the heck out of Dodge on their 2-inch line. I'll hand off up the middle, barely escaping is Herbert. My goodness, that was dangerous. 2nd and 10. A heavy set, single back. Hand off to Herbert. He's got some room this time, and he's going to make good on that. Get 6, 3rd and 4. A critical run there to give a little bit of space for operating for this offense. Justin Fields going downfield. He's got a man out there and a catch out on the outside. What a beautiful throw and catch that was. As able to come up with this one was Chase Claypool. A big turn of events here for these Bears as as Justin Herbert just trusted the size of Chase Claypool out on the perimeter. And very important play to get them out of the shadow of the end zone. And now very much in business from the 33-yard line, 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Herbert. Not much there. And he's... All right, excuse me. That's Johnson. Not seeing the numbers on the running backs very well for the Bears. Khalil Herbert is 24. Sean Johnson is 30. Try to do better. 2nd and 11. The empty backfield for Justin Fields. And now not able to escape the pressure. Joey Bosa in on a big sack. His 2nd of the ball game. And 3rd and 20 coming after Justin Fields tried to escape Khalil Mack, only to end up in the clutches of Joey Bosa out on that left edge. And that's the danger of having bookend rush. You try to escape one very talented player in Khalil Mack, and you end up in the tackle of another very talented player in Joey Bosa, which we'd love to see in the Browns. And this, a fumble! Finally, the defense jumps on it. Bears have fumbled, and a touchdown for the Chargers. J.T. Woods with the fumble recovery for a touchdown, the scoop and score for number 22. A decent little throw over the middle ends up with more just hitting a brick wall, getting stopped, and the ball getting jarred loose with that second defender showing up. We've seen that a number of times here in our sim. As that ball security is paramount, and that one, an absolute dagger for the Bears. As the Chargers, although they couldn't get it done before, they end up with the 27-3 lead in this ball game in spite of it all. So the Bears are going to get the ball right back after that unfortunate turn of events for them. And they're going to have to figure out something very quickly after the DJ Moore fumble. They're going to have to figure out some stuff on offense here. They've got to get something going because they cannot afford to allow this lead for the Chargers to grow any larger. Points here are a premium. Going downfield and out of bounds, Justin Fields. Now 5 of 10, 91 yards, 1 interception, which of course was the throw to Derwin James that seemed to be intended for Derwin James. I'm sure it wasn't, but still not the way you want it to look. 3rd and 5. Fields, pressure in his face, setting up a screen and a big sack, because that's how screens work. That was Joseph Day in on that sack. And they pulled up Joseph Day on that, but he was there as well with Tuli Tupilatu. Of course, we had him, Tuli that is, we had on our roster for our simulated offseason where we did the offseason moves. He was one of our draft picks, but he has found a real home in the real world here on the Chargers squad. And seeing some success there on defense is the rookie. Blowing it up in the backfield for the screen. Austin Eckler, the carrier, he's got 7 there on that little inside delayed handoff. A tight bunch formation to his right. Herbert out of the gun. Austin Eckler on the left hip. Throwing it out to Austin Eckler on the little wheel route to his left side. And the swing pass works to perfection here. Picks up a first down for the Chargers as nobody was in a position to contest that one. and far too easy for these Chargers. Now past midfield on the Bears 42. 1st and 10 from there. High formation, hands it off up the middle. That little offset eye works as Austin Eckler picks up 3. Now a handoff gets blown up there for a loss of 1 this time. A 3rd and 8 coming. Herbert over the middle, wide open is Austin Eckler on that little angle route. Nobody picked him up out of the backfield, and an easy strike for a 1st down as they really exploited that that zone there, dropping out the defense out of the middle of the field, and that's exactly where they found Austin Eckler in space. 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. And Isaiah Spiller goes for a few yards there. Call it 5. 2nd and 5 coming. Ace formation from under center, Herbert. And that one is going to be incomplete. Put it on the wrong side, it seemed, of Keenan Allen. And a 3rd and 5 after that incompletion. Herbert now back across his body to the end zone. Touchdown! Chargers! Keenan Allen, that's his 2nd of the ball game. Of course, he had the very first snap touchdown of the ball game, as that one was an absolute surgical strike back across his body. Somehow he got the power underneath it to get it to Allen. Allen goes up and plays a little 500 with his buddy. But top of the catch, he makes the grab on that 50-50 ball, comes away with a touchdown. And this one is already well into the territory of looking like a very ugly blowout, and we haven't even gotten through the first half yet, folks. As the Bears have been very bad, and the Chargers have been very good. And so, the Chargers lead by 31, and there's still 3:25 left in the first half. I mean, this one, almost on pace for a 70-6 blowout. Yikes. I mean, obviously, I don't expect the scoring to be the same in the second half, especially with the Chargers going to try to lock this down and just burn out some clock. So probably more likely like a 40 or 50 burger, but still, I mean, this is ugly, folks. Bears have a mountain to climb now. 2nd and 11. They're going to have to figure some things out, or some real soul searching, and or big time play adjustments for on the field required. That one complete to Claypool. Will pick up a 1st down. And a little 2-minute offense for the Bears with an opportunity to try to lessen the blowout, as Johnson, the ball carrier, will take us down to the 2-minute warning. But my goodness, the odds seem very stacked against them here for the Bears, as a 2nd and inches coming, and that one not converted. Dumping it off to his outlet. That was Herbert, but he ended up losing a yard or so. Now it's going downfield, and off target is Justin Fields. And so the Bears on 4th and 1 in the 31-point hole are going to punt at midfield. I'm not sure that I like that choice. To me, that's a go for it moment, although a beautiful punt. He did put it out at the 7. Really nicely done on the punt. But you need points. You can't afford to be playing defense against this offense that has had your number all day long. Yeah, you pinned them back on the 7, but my goodness, feels like they can strike from anywhere. And a minute 33 feels like plenty of time. Austin Eckler going to catch that one underneath, pick up a 3. That's cool, Jonathan. Absolutely. I won't be in the area at all, unfortunately. I'll be over here on the West Coast. Don't expect to be anywhere near Toledo anytime soon. But I'm sure there are fellow members of Nagy Nation that might very well be out in that area. And be pretty cool to get a chance to come see you play. Little break up there. 3rd and 7 coming. Herbert to pass. Fires streaking up the middle. I didn't catch the number on that. That is Joshua Palmer. Absolutely streaking the seam route here. Nice, beautiful little cut right between the... Look at him just split the defenders as he recognized where they were dropping in that zone and just streaked right up the gap there, halfway between the two. Wide open. Nicely exploited for Palmer. That one affected on the throw, but still gets it complete to Austin Eckler, but that's going to take us to the end of the half. Awesome. It's pretty cool, Jonathan. Best of luck to you on your season. That'll be really exciting, and I do hope you get some folks to come out there to see you play. I know that was a big part. It was really important to me back when I was playing in high school. Having folks come out and watch me play football. I always enjoyed that. I wasn't on the field as much for when I was at the collegiate level. I did play some, but not nearly enough to have folks come out to watch me. But I certainly did at the high school level, and it was a lot of fun when folks were there just to see me. So we get the random Bears versus Bears game, even though we have the Bears in this game. So apparently, according to Madden, there are 3 Chicago Bears teams. One playing in this game, and the other 2 that are always playing each other. But certainly best of luck to you on your season. And, football season is always a fun time. I always enjoyed football season a lot when I was a player. Yeah, Ohio State is, that's competitive, man. I mean, Ohio State's one of those. I mean, they're up there in their recruiting classes with Alabama, and they're taking the best of the best of the best, man. It's like it's hard to get looked at by a program like that. You have to really stand out at the high school level for that. But that being said, I know a lot of guys have had success, especially now that the transfer portal is the way it is, and with how a lot of those rule changes have come down. It is very possible to go to another program that maybe doesn't have the pedigree of Ohio State, but then if and when you prove yourself at that level, and then enter the portal, a lot of times, depending on the situation, the roster that's there, and what's going on, and you've seen guys. A lot of times it's for Ohio State. We've seen guys they're so deep that they have guys that end up at other big name programs that do incredibly well there. Joe Burrow is a great example of that, right? Ends up at LSU, wins a championship with LSU, and then now is very, very easily considered an elite quarterback at the NFL level. He really blossomed in that final year that he won the championship with LSU. There's certainly some potential. So don't give up on that dream per se. Especially if that's what you want, and that's something. If you flash at that level, even at a different program, there's always opportunity. Put your work on tape. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. You put that work on tape. Get some eyes on that, and and then even through a transfer portal opportunity, you might end up with being able to realize that dream anyway. So. Oh, congratulations! That's awesome. That's a big program too. So, yeah, I mean, really, anything you can get offered D1, dude, that's awesome. That is legit. As the Chargers bring in the house, big blitz coming up. That looked like a cover zero, bringing just about everybody. Murray, the first one to get there, and a big sack on Justin Fields. Can't escape the pressure. You see all of those white jerseys in the backfield, and Justin had nowhere to go. But yeah, congratulations on Kentucky. That's awesome. There's a lot to be said about those programs in that conference. So 3rd and 21, as he's trying to escape pressure, and does manage to get it away, but not nearly enough for a first down. 4th and 15, and that was to DJ Moore, but the Bears going to have to punt. So that was fair caught at the 37. So Justin Herbert going to have the ball to start from there. And this massive 31-point lead to bolster him. Yeah, that's exciting. Obviously, really neat when you can have friends and family within easy reach to come watch you at the next level. Always a good deal. Got a completed pass over the middle and a first down for the Chargers. Herbert out of the gun, tight bunch to his right. He's going to go downfield again with it. He's got it complete, Gerald Everett. And he's going to get 6 after evading one tackler. Second and 4. Herbert. Handoff Eckler. He's got some space. Avoids a would-be tackler in the backfield. He had a nice hole in front of him, but he had some pursuit behind him, but he outran him and picks up a first down. And Edmonds in on that tackle. There's the pursuit from the backside. Can't get to Austin Eckler. And another first down here for the Chargers, who are making this very, very lopsided. Bringing out that heavy set. 2 tight ends to his right. Handoff to Austin Eckler. Goes for a handful of yards. Call it 4. Edwards on the tackle. Now Herbert's pass throws well short of Austin Eckler on the little wheel route. Just kind of buried that nose into the ground, short of target. 3rd and 6. Herbert to his left side, got Austin Eckler this time. Or excuse me, that's Keenan Allen. But not quite enough for a first down. Keenan Allen on his day, 7 catches, 147 yards. He has had a massive, massive day. And the Chargers line it up to extend their lead with another field goal. Kick is up. Kick is good. So, 37-3 the lead now. As, 34 points seems like plenty. even though we've got 7.5 minutes left in the third quarter, this game feels all but handled, as these Bears haven't been able to get out of their own way. They've been just dreadful on offense and on defense. They really have struggled mightily. Bringing a man in motion, handoff right up the middle, goes nowhere. Not sure why you're running with a 34-point deficit in the third quarter. Probably should be looking to pass. Now pressure coming in his face, and maybe that's why they're not passing, because that Charger rush has been absolutely deadly. And Justin Fields has paid the price. He has had an awful lot of sacks in this ball game. That one, just a free blitzer nobody picked up. You saw him come up from his safety roll there. That's Henley. Gets in there. Actually, technically, he's a linebacker, so I guess he was playing linebacker on that snap. I thought I saw him come from the safety spot, but he was actually playing linebacker. 4th and 17. Bears will punt. And by the way, if you're keeping score, Dalian Henley will be playing. He's a rookie linebacker. They have him listed as number 0. We can't make players if you haven't been keeping track of kind of the going ins and outs of how this roster stuff has been going for us. A lot of rosters that they just opened up the number 0 as a valid number in the NFL. Unfortunately, Madden has not reflected that in their code, so we cannot on our rosters make players number 0, even though there are players that are expected to wear number 0. And obviously, none of them are wearing the correct number because we can't make them that number. 3rd and 11. So Henley, an example of that. Yes, he is listed as their number 0 out of Washington State. The 6'1", 225, 23-year-old rookie out of Washington State is Dalian Henley. Well, if you're just joining us, this has been a very one-sided game. As you can see, everything about this game has been that one-sided. There has not been much going in the favor of the Bears. There has been not much not going in the favor of the Chargers. It's been a lot of all of that as a flag on probably the best play from scrimmage for the Bears. Probably a hold. Certainly the best rush of the day for the Bears, and a hold indeed. Yikes. Just cannot get out of their own way. Whitehair, the guilty party. And the best run of the day wiped out by an ugly hold for these Bears. 2nd and 12 after the holding penalty. Herbert, the ball carrier, picks up 9 yards. 3rd and 3. But in spite of this being an ugly game, very much appreciate all of you here at Nagy Nation. I'm Kit Nagy for Nagy on Sports, and certainly love calling these games for you. Phil is the true expert at calling the games as Justin Herbert misses a deep pass. He had a wide open receiver, just couldn't hit him, unfortunately. A little off rhythm, it would seem. But certainly enjoy bringing the content to you guys. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to the channel and you enjoy the product, we would very much appreciate the subscription. That does help, as well as the likes on the videos also help, as that is one way in which that YouTube, that one metric that YouTube uses to help spread the content to more viewers, to hopefully continue to build our viewership here at Nagy on Sports. So very much appreciate those. If you'd like to take your viewership to the next level, as an ugly throw results in an ugly pick. Looked like it was intended for the wrong team again. That's another pick there. I think that's his second for Justin Fields. That one just kind of a lazy throw. Just going to see him not put a lot on this one. Defender in a better spot. Defender ends up winning that one. It was intended for Mooney, but the Chargers end up with it, and the woes continue. And the Chargers with an opportunity to yet again extend their massive lead. But, as I was saying, if you would like to take that viewership and that fandom to the next level here with Nagy on Sports, we do have a Discord. Feel free to join us. That is a free service. There is a link to join our Discord channel in the description of this video or any of our other videos. With that Discord link, if you join us there, you can talk all things NFL, all things Browns between sims. You can be notified more reliably and with more advanced notice of when to expect us to go live. For example, I gave a 20-minute out warning prior to going live on this sim to let everybody know that we'd be simming the Chargers and the Bears. So that is something you could expect there on our Discord, as well as gives you the opportunity to vote for our Spotlight Games of the Week. Of course, these games, this one and the next one, I'm going to be bringing probably tomorrow. You didn't have the chance to vote on purely for the fact that there are some limitations when Phil has to pre-record these, which he did for Week 11 so that we could get to the Browns game together, but he had these ones pre-recorded so that before we did the Browns game so that I could call them while he was, or is, currently in Nashville on vacation, because he and his wife are both teachers, and this is their time to go travel and visit places and do things, which of course is a fun gig to take advantage of, and I certainly don't envy them that, or I do envy them that. I wish I could do that more reliably, but Chargers at the start of the fourth quarter with a 34-point advantage, 3rd and 5, and they're in the red zone yet again. Justin Herbert, and he's going to throw a pick this time. Oh man, that should have been a pick 6. What are you doing? Johnson ended up with a beautiful pick, but just cuts inexplicably to the sideline for no reason. He should have just kept running. He'd have been gone. And you're going to see this pick. He just needs to run there. Not cut. No cuts. Look at all that green grass. Look, just run straight. Go. Run to the sideline. Run straight. You'd have made you'd have had a touchdown. Not sure what that was about, but it feels like more Bears woes. I mean, that was a robbed pick 6 to at least have something to be excited about for the Bears. But instead, they're going to have to go to their anemic offense here, as Johnson did not take off with the ball as you would have expected him to, and that lost him the opportunity to make that into a pick 6, just a regular interception instead, what should have been a pick 6. But anyway, so yeah, the Discord is a fun spot to be. Do enjoy having everyone there and chatting with all of you. Another way to interface with all of our fans. And give you a chance to ask us questions or post articles about the Browns or anything else you might like to do there. And we have some other features, like we just posted, we have a highlight reel, and Justin Fields going to take off his best run of the day, as he didn't see anything he likes. In fact, his only run of the day. Picks up 15 and a first down. Gets him past midfield. You know, baby steps, I guess. That one broken up. But we also have a little highlight reel in there, which I haven't been very active on making new ones, unfortunately. However, I did recently finally get around to creating a clip of the glitch for those who are on and know what the glitch game was all about. There's no real way to explain it. You'd have to go watch it. And so your opportunity to go watch it at your leisure is on our Discord. There is in fact, the most recent video in the highlight reel thread there on our Discord is of the glitch. And it's like nothing you've ever seen in Madden before. And I'm not sure any of us will ever see again. And it's, for the audio portion of it, it's mostly Phil and I just laughing because we can't believe what has happened. It was one of the most wild and insane things we've ever seen in the game of Madden, and we've done a lot of these, and we've seen a lot of crazy things, but nothing quite like that one. So 2nd and 21 now for the Bears. Still near midfield in that dangerous field goal range. 3rd and 18. And certainly have to be worried for them if they don't get much yardage on this play going downfield. And in fact, they're not going to get any. But realizing they're in a 34-point hole, at least they're going to go for it on 4th and 18 and avoid the terrible field goal attempt that we've seen so much of. Going downfield goes fields, incomplete. Turnover on down, so not a very different result. But at least the Bears saved themselves 7 yards, I guess, on the 4th and 18 turnover on downs. But do apologize for the lackluster nature of this ball game, as it has been all Chargers, and they really haven't even had to do much in the second half, as they have completely dominated this game as of the end of the first half. It was pretty much already won. All they've had to do is suck the air out of the game by running the ball and chipping away at that clock, because they know they have all but an insurmountable lead with only 9:20 left. 34 points is probably much too much to ask for, especially with the woeful state of the Bears' offense. That one, an attempt downfield for the Chargers, goes incomplete. 3rd and 2. Now over the middle, picks up a first down, got it complete to Palmer. And this, I have to say, has been one of the more difficult games to get through, as it was over in the first half. And the second half has been almost unwatchable. I'm sorry for that. We can't control them all in terms of making them all fun games. This one certainly has not been. I guess if you're a Chargers fan and you like seeing your team just punish other teams, this one certainly meets that expectation. As Austin Eckler is going to get another first down and get them near to the red zone again. This Bears defense has been very Civ-like, and unfortunately, the Bears offense has been equally inept, and the Chargers have mostly done good things. They did. Justin Herbert did throw that ugly pick earlier, but then Johnson, the player that created the pick, as Keenan Allen is going to be hit downfield near the end zone, down to the 2. But Johnson, who was the player who picked the ball, instead of running for the end zone downfield to all the green grass, inexplicably ran towards the sideline and was tackled. And he should have had a pick 6. So Austin Eckler is going to get in for another touchdown, because the Chargers needed more points to make this a 40-burger, like I said they would. And so they're about to make it 44-3 after this PAT, with still 6 minutes to play. And my goodness, I'm hoping the Bears enter the chew clock mode at this point. This is gross. Get yourselves off the field. This is an embarrassment. But, you know, I mean, as anemic as they've been, they probably are not going to do much here, as they are clearly in their own way, in the worst possible of ways. Fields to pass. Terrible back-footed throw into double coverage. Fortunate that wasn't intercepted. He is now 17 of 31 for 171 yards. Yuck. That is not a good stat line, sir. As Justin Fields tries to escape, does not, and it's going to take yet another sack. I don't know how many that is, but it is a lot. Whatever the number is, it's large. In terms of number of sacks in this game for the poor Justin Fields, who has been absolutely abused. His O-line has done nothing for him. His receivers have not helped him out. His offense has been terrible, and he hasn't been particularly great either. That one complete to Onion. His third reception will bring up fourth down. And, I mean, do you seed the game at this point and just not go for it? Do you go for it just for morale purposes, I guess? If it were me, I'm probably just punting. And, I mean, this game's they're just going to punt. They realize they can't win. Now, blessedly inside of 5 minutes at least, to that 000s that we're all hoping for. Can't seem to get here soon enough. For just joining us, thank you for being here in spite of this woeful game. If you're a Chargers fan, I'm sure you love it, but it's been a bit hard to watch in terms of just so lopsided this game. And it really started from the first snap of the ball game. The Chargers going 75 yards in 14 seconds on a broken tackle touchdown to Keenan Allen, as Justin Herbert's going to go for Palmer deep on a shot play. I'm not sure why they're taking shots at the end zone, and still, they really don't need it. And now a little option keeper for Justin Herbert. Yes! Why not risk your franchise quarterback on an option keeper with a 41-point lead? Because that makes sense. What are we doing? Oh my. Oh my. That is not something that seems very I don't know wise? Is that, I mean, just I don't know what the right word for that is, but certainly not something you should probably be doing in that spot. Second and 9 now. At least they're running the ball, clearly in the chew clock mode. Thankfully. Hopefully the Bears aren't about to call a bunch of timeouts, because that would be frustrating. We are going to have to deal with a 2-minute warning, of course, because them's the rules. A sack on Justin Herbert. Robinson in on the sack. But that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. There it is. Just 2 minutes left to suffer through the dregs of this ball game that has been almost unwatchable in the second half. First half was fun for part of it, or at least, you know, especially for the Chargers. But at least we got to see some good offensive play from the Chargers. Not much from the Bears. And the Bears just let this one get away from them very quickly in this ball game. They felt flat pretty much all game. The Chargers just sucked all the air out of the stadium on the first snap of the ball game on that Keenan Allen touchdown bomb that he got all 75 yards in one snap in 14 seconds. So Bears setting up a screen. Justin Fields gets sacked yet again. That's 2.5 now for Joseph Day. I think there are 3, maybe 4 Chargers now that have multiple sacks in this ballgame. we'll take a look at the stats. Phil's going to take us through the stats here at the end. Obviously, they are heavily in favor of the Chargers, as the Bears are going to have some pretty ugly stats on this ball game. Was that one nearly picked? Speaking of ugly stats, 20 of 35 for just over 200 yards, 2 interceptions for Justin Fields, and a yitload of sacks. Another punt coming. Fortunately, no timeouts taken. And the Chargers will just need to kneel this one away. Thank goodness. One kneel down should do it. And finally, we can get out of here after this difficult to watch second half. They're going to run the ball because they're near the end zone. I guess the victory formation gets them too close. I think the real NFL, they'll probably still kneel it there, but they do run the ball. No timeouts taken. 0-0's on the clock. 44-3, the final in this one. And if you stuck through it all with me, well, good on you. I almost wanted to leave this. I mean, this was something I wanted to walk away from. So I had a hard time calling this one. It was difficult. You're, quite the trooper if you made it through all this way. So to the three of you who did, congrats.
That's not as game of the week as we thought, or just continues to show the difference between the top teams in the AFC and the quote top teams in the NFC. This one was not close from the beginning, and yet another doctoral thesis on Madden's disuse of mobile quarterbacks, perhaps. Justin Fields, 20 of 35, 206. He did have the 2 interceptions, running for his life all day today. 13 carries for Herbert for 43. Roschon Johnson, the rookie out of Texas, 5 for 24. Fields, 2 for 9. Claypool with 5 for 57. Bob Tonyan, 5 for 61. DJ Moore, 4. 3 for Mooney, and 3 for Johnson out of the backfield. Just a couple of drops in this one. 18 tackles for TJ Edwards. Eddie Jackson with 14. Of course, that big missed tackle on the very first play of the game kind of set the tone for the veteran safety. Tremaine Edmonds, 12 tackles as well. Sacks today, just 3 of them. Justin Jones, Dominique Robinson, and Trevis Gibson getting home. And then Jalen Johnson picked off Herbert the one time. Speaking of Herbert, he was 23 of 36 for 315, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. How about Eckler today? 31 carries, 149 yards, and a touchdown. 2 for Spiller. He also got spilled into the end zone, if you will. Keenan Allen, huge day, 8 for 173 and 2 touchdowns. Eckler with 6 out of the backfield. Everett with 4. Josh Palmer. How about Mike Evans? Just 2 for 13 today, not targeted a ton. And this one, Khalil Mack, of course, 9 tackles, 4 of them TFL variety. 8 for the rookie Dayon Henley, their new middle linebackers. I think he's actually supposed to be 0, but they couldn't make him number 0, so he's number 2. Then you had Gilman and the other rookie, Thule, in there as well. Eric Kendricks, of course, their new free agent middle linebacker, showing up as well. A lot of sacks today. Again, the Bosa and Mack factor, but also others. Thule with 2.5 himself. Sebastian Joseph Day with 2.5. 2 for Bosa, 1.5 for Mack. Henley with 1. Kenneth Murray with the other half. And then the 2 picks, Asante Samuel and, of course, Derwin James, when healthy. One of the best, if not the best safety in the league. All right, Kit's going to wrap it up for you guys. Appreciate you being on with us. Thanks so much to our subscribers. You guys are the best. Go Browns.
Yeah, for those who are keeping scores, that was 10 sacks on Justin Herbert. That's not going to win you many ball games. Certainly not with 2 interceptions and some fumbles and turnovers and just all kinds of ugly for the Bears. Certainly a big win for the Chargers, though. They played very well, and they deserve to win this one, even though the second half was not so much fun. But we're going to get out of here by saying go Chargers. And as always, go Browns!